Hey, what's up everyone? Today is kind of a different video than I normally do. Today we are going to review a subscriber's watch list. So I have the watch list right here. 29 stocks in the watch list. So he sent me his watch list from the Discord, and yeah, he built it without looking at my watch list. He just built it by himself with things he's been learning. This guy's been, trading for maybe about a week or two. And yeah, so I'm going to review his watch list, his entire watch list, going to, talk about the stocks that I would keep, talk about the stocks that I would remove, talk about the good things, the bad things, what I want or what I like to see in the watch list, and what I don't like seeing in the watch list. This is purely educational. First of all, I think building your watch list by yourself and like sending it to me or whatever it is a wonderful thing to do. I'm always happy to give some tips, give some insights. And this, I already know that this guy that sent me his watch list, he's put in the work to build his watch list by himself, which is fantastic. He don't just copy my watch list that I sent out, which is perfect. All right, so his first one is Spy, which is also on my watch list. It is the first one up top on both his watch list. I believe it's for the widget function on the iPhone. It's the first one up here, but I mean, it doesn't work for now for some reason, but always Spy right here. Second one is QQQ, exact same thing, right? This is the market indicator. Always good to look at these things. It's overall market view, overall market direction. This is perfect. Next one, we're starting to get into individual stocks. AMSC, which is a stock that I've breakout, or a stock that broke out like last week, right here, right? This had a good range. It broke out this day, kind of had higher volume, and then quickly reversed, went back into its previous range while still making higher lows, right here, as you can see. Overall, I think this is a good get, good watch, good stock to have in a watch list. First reason, well, it's in a range actually. It's currently in range. Has good ADR, 8% ADR is great. It means that on average this stock moves around 8.08% per day. Volume is it lowering down? Yeah, volume kind of is lowering down now, which is great. That's exactly what we want to see into the range, or when it's building a range and actually coming from a good run. Let's say from here, from the lows, it made a 200, almost 250% or so move. So this is totally a stock that I would keep in my watch list. The only negative I can say about this is this fake breakout, or this fake out right here, which broke out and then went back into its range. It's kind of something that you don't like seeing, just because, I mean, it kind of fucks up the range, right? But overall, still making higher lows and then lower highs, except for these ones. So yeah, I would give this a solid, let's say 3.5 out of 5, or 4 out of 5. No, not 4. 3.5 out of 5. I could get that in my watch list. Next stock, Resolve. This right here. This one is a bit uglier. First reason, it's making lower lows. Is it? Okay, not totally. So not yet, but I mean, it made lower low here. It's making lower highs though, so it's great. Kind of had a good range, or has a good range. But it's kind of a weird range. It broke to the downside right here, and then again here. Now it's under its 50 SMA. This is a stock that, in my opinion, needs to prove itself, needs more time. It has a very high ADR, good volume. Volume is actually lowering down as well, or kind of being stagnant while slowly lowering down. So it's not bad. It just it was worth when it was around here. Now it's getting too weak. So this one I would skip it. ATAI, another stock. This one I have it in my watch list actually. So it's not a setup. Like, it doesn't have a setup right now. Only reason it's in my watch list, and I believe it's in this guy watch list as well, is because it is strong. It is very strong. And while the market was down, this stock kept going higher, and it's been surfing its 20 SMA almost perfectly from, I mean, even from here. Like, all right, well, since like July. It's been surfing its 10 and 20 SMA. More is 20 than it's 10, but still pretty remarkable. Good ADR, high volume, had an insane volume day. Probably know some news. Not sure. But yeah, it had a very high volume day on Friday. While the entire market was down, this stock rose even higher. So this is a very good get. It's actually in my own personal watch list. Next one is NEG or Newegg. This one I would skip it. It used to be a stock. I mean, it's a stock that I traded previously, but now it's just too weak. I want it to prove itself more. It's still making some higher lows and then lower highs. So it has a good range. It's just too weak. Overall, if you just look at the range, it is almost perfect. But if you look at the stock strength, it's not where you want it to be. Actually, the volume is great. It's lowering down. It's just under its 50 SMA, kind of, decreasing SMAs. So I would wait until it breaks out again and then eventually, provides another setup. And then this is when I would be interested in that stock. UAME, next one, is in my watch list as well. There's no range in this, not at all. Actually, I just closed my position on this stock on Friday. So the only reason why it is in my watch list is because, again, it's a very, very strong stock coming out of a big move. It peaked at over almost 200%. Now it's pulling back. Could totally build another range. This is exactly what I would want to see. So something like this, but it needs more time. It's just a strong stock. It's in my watch list just to see if there's a bounce. If it just keeps falling, I'll remove it from my watch list, and it'll be as simple as that. But for now, it's worth keeping an eye on for at least a couple more days, right? TMDX, I believe this is my watch list as well. Yeah, this one is my watch list. In my personal watch list, it's also in this guy's watch list. I'm just going through all of them. Focus, please. TMDX is somewhere around here. I'm going through all of them. A couple of them are actually on my personal watch list, which is great. Shows that this guy's in turn is understanding things. This is a great setup. I have pretty much nothing to say. Yeah, I don't have much to say other than the fact that it's not a very strong stock. But recently, it had sort of a run right here. 100 or so percent, and now it's currently it's above all SMAs, but during the range it kind of went under its 50 SMA or all of its SMAs except the 204 bit. Now it's back above all of them. If it provides a breakout, even though it's a almost 5% ADR stock, you could see a big move coming out of that. TEM is the next one with AI stock. I don't see much into this one. It's kind of strong. It's just kind of all over the place. I personally don't like this stock into my watch list. I don't see much out of it, and I believe there's some stronger AI stocks like LAS, or actually this one is semi, but there's a lot more AI stocks. Sound, for example, that's stronger, but TEM is not bad as well. I just like to focus more on stronger stocks or kind of leaders within these sectors. But TEM is making higher lows, kind of lower highs. It's not so bad. Good ADR, low in volume. I just don't believe it is worth being in a watch list, right? Galaxy, this one is not bad. It's not in my watch list, but it is not bad at all. I just don't like the lower lows, and but actually it might bounce off its 20 SMA, as you can see right here. Volume is very slowly decreasing, or kind of being stable around here. Kind of had a good range as well. So this is not a bad stock to add to the list. Kind of see something maybe like this. It needs a lot more time, obviously. Earnings in 3 days, so actually this might be a good thing to look for. But yeah, overall maybe 3 out of 10, 3.5 out of 10 again. So it's not bad. It's not a bad stock, especially with the earnings coming up. Don't trade it before earnings, but if the earnings provide a good move and actually leads to, for example, a breakout, backed by good earnings or catalyst driven breakout, this is fantastic. Catalyst driven moves usually have much higher win rate than just normal momentum moves, so this is something that you can look for. Right, next one is light. Actually, this one is pretty good. I don't have much to say about this except the fact that, you know, it kind of had this fake out right here, but it also has good higher lows, or yeah, kind of good higher lows. It's a 5.5 ADRs, which is not bad. Volume, you can see it pretty clearly right here. Volume is lowering down almost perfectly. This is a very good one. Probably one of the best ones. Maybe a 4 out of 5. Had a good move from the lows. It's 240% move for a 5.5 ADR stock, which is very, very good. Next one is Lyft. This one I'm not a fan of at all, like not at all. Just because of you can see very clearly the 10 and 20 SMAs are, I mean, the 10 is now under its 20 SMA, and they are both getting down. They are both decreasing. So in my opinion, it might fall all the way into this 50 SMA. Maybe it provides a support, maybe it doesn't, who knows. But this one, I believe there's much better stocks, or stocks that are much more important or much better to look at and to focus on than this one. This one is just too weak. If it was maybe on the list, well, while it was something like this, could have been great, but now it just broke down, so I don't see much into this stock. Riot, this is another crypto miner, kind of broke down, lower lows. I'm not a fan of it, especially when stocks like Iron exist, which is, you know, it's making lower lows as well, but it's way stronger. You can see it from the SMAs all into order, all above. I mean, it was above all SMAs, now it's back under its 10 SMA. So maybe we can see something or a bigger pullback. But look at Iron and look at Riot. You can see it, like all SMAs are also into order, but this one is under. I mean, it just got back on above its 20, but Iron just held up better against the market conditions, right? So I would prefer Iron rather than Riot. GSAT, which is the next one, it's pretty good. I mean, quickly it looks pretty good. Global Star. What can I say about this? I don't like the lower lows, or if you look at it from here, I mean, except from this day, it's good. There's not much of a range, but it kind of is holding up. I would prefer to see it go back above its 10 SMA, but if the 20 provides a support, it wouldn't be that bad. Earnings in 12 days, so about 2 weeks or so trading wise. So yeah, it's not so bad. 5.5 ADR, kind of a low volume though. Average volume getting just $1 million, just above $1 million, or dollar volume. So it's not bad. It's far from perfect, but it's not bad. Open, I just removed that one from my watch list because it broke down here, making lower lows. It was great right here, or not great. It was good or better right here. Now it's just falling down, going to its 50 SMA. So maybe it can provide a bounce, but for now I don't see much into that one. For SCR, I'm not a fan at all. It's kind of all over the place. It's not that strong. It didn't even have a good run recently. I mean, from the lows to the highs, not even 100%. For a momentum stocks, for a 8% ADR stock, this is not much at all. Like, it's just been moving. I guess you can maybe align these, but yeah, look at they all align. So if it breaks out from this, maybe you can see a big move, a big, you know, break, or a mother of all trend line breakout move or something. But this is not what I trade. This is not the way that I trade. So from my perspective as a trader, I don't see much into that one, especially when like stocks like IMS, or I guess IMS is not good anymore. It was good here, or maybe better. Then the SCR was kind of more extended. But overall, I mean, yeah, from here it kind of was pretty good. Now it just broke down, kind of all over the place with its SMAs. It's still making higher lows though, which is good. But I don't see much, at least for now. Kind of not so bad of a pick though. It's not so bad. It's just not. I mean, it didn't provide a move that I was looking for recently in order to add this into my watch list, right? But yes, you can see I added some previous trend lines right here, which ended up being all over the place. Good fake out right here. 5.9 stock, 5.9% ADR. Volume is extremely low. I don't like these low volume for $3.5 billion market cap. Kind of, I mean, what the fuck is this? It just trades weird. It trades weird. I'm not a fan of it. Like, especially with this, like the break to the downside, and then I mean it was making lower lows. Now it might be making higher lows. Even here is lower lows. Like here, this one is lower. This is lower lows already. Here, lower highs, kind of all over the place and very low volume. I don't like this one, to be honest. SEDG, it's not bad at all. This is a solar stock. Not bad at all. I have, I believe, a solar stock in my watch list. This one, yeah, SLDP. So let's compare these two because they are in the same sector, right? So SLDP or SEDG. Can you see the difference? I can look one more time. SLDP and SEDG. All right, big difference between these two is that this one is going, I mean, it's holding its 50 SMA pretty well. Even recently, it wasn't holding its 20, but it's holding its 50 SMA pretty well from the run from when it got, let's say here, it made 150% move or 120 something percent move. It's been going up pretty well, pretty, you know, it's kind of a linear move all over the place. Didn't have a really solid breakout. You could have entered here, kind of had one, but it was, I mean, it had a fake out before. Big reversal of the 200 SMA, so now its 200 is increasing, which is great. If we look at SLDP, which is in the same sector, as you can see, this one is much higher above its 200 SMA, above all SMAs actually. This one is above all SMAs. It's also, I mean, it also had this breakout right here, very clear breakout, very high volume day right here, good breakout, and now it's just going, I mean, it's building a range. It's making good higher lows and higher highs as well. So we don't want to see higher highs when we're building a range, because right now, if you try to form a range, look at this. It's diverging. It's just, you know, it's all over the place, right? So we want to wait until this thing calms down, and then eventually it provides lower highs and then keeps going and keeps making higher lows, right? So this one is stronger, had a stronger move as well. So if you look from the lows right here, when it got above its 200 SMA, almost a 500% move at its peak, and from the price it is today, 375%. This one is better, this one is stronger. Doesn't mean that the other one is bad, just mean that this one is stronger. This one is the stock that I would personally focus on if I was looking for solo stocks. And actually I have this stock in my watch list. Next one, DK. It's not so bad. What is this sector? Energy. There's a lot of better energy stocks, but this is not bad. It's making higher highs continuously and higher lows, which is great. Lowering volume, 5.25% AER. This is not perfect. This is something that you can maybe keep an eye on if you're looking to get an entry on maybe some energy stocks that you don't already have. Personally, I prefer, I mean, it kind of just broke down, but LEU, this one had a much stronger move recently. Well, not recently, it just had a much stronger move from the 200 SMA. It was up 500 or so percent, And if you look at DK, from its 200 SMA, it just got back recently above it. Almost, I mean, yeah, at its peak, almost around 100% move. So this is not a strong stock. ADR is a bit lower, but overall, I prefer LEU or even like EOSC, two other energy stocks, right? Next one, LQ, what is this? LQDA. I don't like this one quickly just because, I mean, it broke down, that's making a range lower. So normally we want to see a range around the highest point. So here could have been a great range. Now it broke down, building another range. So we want to see it go higher and then build another range, and then we will trade that move right here, right? Makes sense? So this one I would skip it personally. I believe I looked at this one. Yeah, it's not bad. It's just making lower lows, and it's not that extended. I mean, it's not that strong. It's kind of a random sector as well. Not even a 100% move at its peak from its 200 SMA. So it's not that bad. I just don't think it's worth focusing on, right? ECX. Oh, it is looking very weird. It is trading weird, but what does it look like intraday? It's kind of, okay, it's not so barcode. It has very low volume for kind of move that it provides. And then on the daily, I mean, it's not bad. It's just not strong. I don't believe it's worth watching it like at all. Maybe it aligns with here or so. I mean, not really. So it kind of has a range. It's just a very random stock, and it's not strong. So I will skip that one. BKKT. It's not bad. Kind of weird here, but could build a range, maybe something like this, and then it's making higher lows as well, so it's not bad. Maybe something like this, not bad. Very high ADR, 15%, which is great. Lowering volume, which is also very good. I do believe it wants to test its 20 SMA though, so if it had a very strong move recently from, let's say, from here when it started to run. Okay, almost 400%. I would think it would have been more, but it's not bad. It's just kind of all over the place. Kind of broke down here, went back, and then now maybe it wanted to test its 20 SMA. So I would personally wait and see what happened with this one. So it's not a bad get into the watch list. It's just kind of random, but it's not bad. RZLT. Low volume, first thing I can see. Good SMAs though, okay. Except the fact that it is its 10 SMA is now back under its 20 SMA, and the price is actually in between these two. So I mean, you have to wait and see what direction it wants to go. I like the fact that it did not go and touch its 50 SMA, so it bounced just a bit above it. Not bad. Making lower highs. Yeah, kind of. And higher lows. Could be a good range right here. Who knows? Needs more time though. Wolf. I would skip this one just because, I mean, I saw the previous move that it had, like this day was like what was it, like 1,000 or so % day before it changed ticker. But just based on this new ticker, I would never have this into my watch list. It's just kind of very random. I don't like, you don't have much to base yourself on, so I would personally trade this. RGTI, next one. Very good. It was the leader of the quantum computing stocks. I actually traded this entire move, made over 230%, and now I'm out of the position from yesterday actually, at the time I'm filming this. So I mean, it's a good stock to keep into the watch list, even though I just got out of it, because it can absolutely provide a good range. It's the leader of the quantum computing stocks, So, you know, if something goes on in the quantum sector, this is a very good indicator that, you know, the leader usually reflects that move or amplifies that move. Will it be the leader in the next run? Maybe, maybe not, who knows, but for now it is. So for now it's worth having on the watch list. LEU, it's also on the watch list of the guy. I just talked about it, this one is a lot better. I would keep LEU and I will delete, I believe it is DK. Is it this one? Yeah, I would delete that one. Or if you have space and if you don't mind keeping it, you can keep it, but I would mainly go off LEU. It's very good. It was the leader again, so it's worth keeping on the watch list, even though it's starting to make lower lows. So if it just goes down, I'll remove it. And then next one is iron, which I also talked about. So again, I would keep iron, I would remove Raya. And that's the end of the watch list. Very overall, I would rate that watch list maybe under 3.8 out of 5, which is not bad at all. Actually, my watch lists are never 5 out of 5. I believe there's not a single 5 out of 5 watch list. My current watch list is actually pretty, you know, maybe 4.5, who knows. But this guy's watch list, only thing I would change is focus on the leaders, focus on the strongest stocks. And if a stock is breaking down, you want to focus your attention and put a better looking stock or a stock that is more worth watching into the watch list. You know, you don't want to keep stocks that are not worth it for now, or that are not worth, while there's some other stocks that are that might be better worth your attention, because you don't want to have too much. If you have too much, it's getting more complicated and it just, you know, your attention is all over the place. While if you just have the better ones, you can easily focus on these ones. And if something goes on, for example, RGTI, something moves, well, I know that, all right, well, I'll look at the rest of the, you know, quantum computing sector. So, oh, not this one, ARQQ. But you guys, you know, I just went through a couple of, you know, quantum computing company, and as you can quickly see, they're all a lot weaker than RGTI, right? So this is exactly what we want. We want to focus on the leaders. We want to focus on these stocks in particular, because it's a lot easier actually to see moves, and if something good moves. And if, for example, LEU moves, look at energy stocks. If RGTI move, look at quantum computing stock. If Rocket Lab, where is it? If Rocket Lab moves, look at aerospace or defense, right? Kind of a different video that I filmed. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Can this become a series? Maybe this can become a series. And like every week I just review a random subscriber watch list. Could be something that I start to do consistently if you guys enjoy it. So this will be the end of this video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you want more content. And you can actually also join the free Discord in the description, and follow me on X. I post daily about trading, my life, everything else. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, lock in, stay disciplined, and I'll see you in the next one.